Hey everyone, it's Albie. Welcome back to my channel. For my video today, I'll be going over my favorites from the month of May. It's so confusing to me every time I film one of these, especially like my end of the month videos, because the months always go by so quickly, so I'm always like flustered by what month it is. I've always found that the older I get, the shorter days and years and months all seem to be. I don't know if y'all are the same way, but when I was like a little kid, every year felt so long until Christmas, and now it's like you blink and it's like Hallmark Christmas movie season already. So, yeah, that's sort of a rambling intro, but here are some of my favorites from the month of May. Two products that are not visible. One is a YouTube channel that I really have been enjoying lately, and that is the channel Better Off Red. And that content creator is here on YouTube. Her name is Sarah, S-A-R-A. I'm not sure of her last name, if she even tells people that. You know, some people like to be anonymous, sort of like me, kind of, sort of. But her channel is Better Off Red, and she does videos called Crew Trime. So like a play on words of true crime. And she is one of those YouTubers. It's not her predominant, well, it might be her predominant channel now, but it used to be more makeup related. But she does videos where she applies her makeup and tells a true crime or true crime story. I have watched about 15 of her videos in like the past 3 or 4 days, literally, and I love them so much. I'm not like a big true crime or true crime junkie, but she's a really good storyteller in my opinion, and I enjoy watching people do their makeup, and it's interesting to learn about some crimes you may not have known about. What's really surprising is two of the videos that I watched recently. They took place in South Carolina, where I'm from. One was a case I sort of knew about. It happened like when I think I was either a baby or like before I was born, and it happened in Union, South Carolina with I don't remember her name, but she basically like harmed her two children. So, you know, content warnings galore. But she says sort of what's going to happen with the video. That happened in South Carolina. And then there was another one about a girl that was kidnapped, and she got away from like a serial killer guy. And that happened like literally an hour from where I live, like less than 10 years ago, I think. So crazy to know that that stuff can happen anywhere. They're kind of good videos to make yourself aware of your surroundings, I think, and I just find them to be interesting. They're not, you know, fun stories by any means. Like she basically says in her intros, I'm here to ruin your day with a story and do my makeup, and sometimes it can be a bummer, but they're interesting stories. And I don't know, I feel like true crime, true crime is a popular topic with people, specifically women, I found. So I've been enjoying them. So if you like watching people apply their makeup, she doesn't say, excuse me, my mouth is really dry. She doesn't say like what she's using, but she puts it in the description. So it's not like, I think Bailey Cibrian, she might say like the makeup product she uses, but Better Off Red has it listed in her description rather than like saying, this is the new Urban Decay Naked 14 palette or whatever, you know, she just has it listed. So I've really been enjoying her channel. And the other item that I don't have here is a food item. I usually like to share like a food thing that I've really enjoyed throughout the month. And that has, excuse me, that has been Jersey Mike's. I had never had it before. So my mom and dad, we had like a family get together maybe a month or two ago, and my aunt picked up Jersey Mike's, and I have a lot of severe food allergies, so I just sort of brought my lunch because sometimes I don't know, I am allergic to poultry, and I don't know, sometimes turkey is listed with that, sometimes I'm okay from it. So, but I've had really severe allergic reactions from my food allergies lately. So I've been sort of avoiding stuff, but I've been all right with turkey so far, thankfully. And my mom and I went there either last week, and we went there this week as well. And I got the mini, I think, I don't know if they're called submarine sandwiches or just sandwiches, but I got the mini sub. I guess they're subs since it's Jersey Mike's subs, I think. But I got the mini sub, which isn't mini at all. It's probably about this big. When I ordered it, I sort of thought it was going to be like the kids menu turkey sandwich from Subway, which is sort of like, if you know, like the value menu hamburgers or like the Happy Meal hamburger size, that's about the size of that sandwich from Subway. But the Jersey Mike's mini is basically, I don't think it's a 6-inch, but it's like maybe 4 or 5 inches. If a man did it, it was probably 7 inches. You know what I mean. But yeah, it's a substantial sandwich, and I just get the mini, and it's fine with me. And my mom gets like the regular, and like sometimes we basically said we could probably split the regular and each have like just slightly smaller than the mini sandwich. So I've really enjoyed them. My mom and I both get like the same thing. She gets turkey and provolone, and I get turkey, provolone, and the shredded lettuce. And we've really been liking that a lot. And they have really good sweet tea. So I'm from the South, so they have my sweet tea seal of approval. I don't know if it's the same everywhere, but it's been good. And they have chocolate chip cookies that I've liked as well. So Jersey Mike's has definitely been a win for me. I know my little nephew, who will be 5 in October, hard to believe, he is obsessed with Jersey Mike's. Like, it's so hilarious. He like literally asks for it on Thursday and then like takes the leftovers to his preschool. It's so cute. But he loves Jersey Mike's, so I'm gonna see him in like 2 weeks for our summer vacation together. And I know he'll be excited to know that I'm down for Jersey Mike's with him, so that'll be fun. Alright, so the rest of my items are skincare, beauty, and books. So usually I put my books first. I'm very sorry if you're just here for the books. But my favorite book from the month of May was Mine Till Midnight by Lisa Kleypas. This is book 1 in the Hathaway series. It follows sort of a prim and proper, buttoned up heroine who is named Amelia Hathaway. She's 28 years old, I believe. I think she's 28. And, she's basically said in her life she doesn't want a man. She's just going to be a happy spinster. Well, she meets a tall, dark, and handsome stranger named Cam. He is half Roma gypsy, and the two worlds collide. This book was wonderful. It had a lot of tropes I love. It had enemies to lovers. It had sort of forced proximity where Cam kind of shows up when she moves. It had just forbidden romance. I don't know if it'd be considered an interracial romance. I'm not fully sure how like gypsy bloodlines and all of that works. I'm not fully sure. If someone knows, let me know. I'm pretty sure people that are gypsy are basically like Italian and Middle Eastern and like Albanian or something like that, which I basically am as well. I'm half, like, on my mom's side I'm Middle Eastern, and my dad's side I'm like cotton white. So super pale on my dad's side, and a lot of melanin on my mom's side, but you can't tell with me. But yeah, I'm not quite sure how like gypsy works, whatever, but I really love this story. There are some triggers for gun violence, attempted suicide, death of parents, death of fiance, death of best friend. I did find there to be some racial issues because Cam is different. He's tan, which in the day was not, I guess, acceptable for London society, but it's not too crazy. I think I just wanted to put that as a warning. It's not like severe racism or super triggering, but it is semi-present in the story, and I did want to make that known. Also, I was triggered by my book because my step back was torn out. This was a used bookstore purchase, and they ripped out my step back. I'm very sad about that, and I had to Google what the step back looked like because I didn't know. But it's a beautiful step back. I low-key have it saved on my tablet, so I can be like, oh, that's what it should have been. But yeah, I love this story. I was told by my friend Brandy that she really loves the series, and I know Lisa Kleypas is beloved, and I can see why. I didn't love Cold Hearted Rake, but I think it was like a common thing that people were like, kind of not down with that book. But this book, very much loved. I really, really enjoyed it. And I have a few other Lisa Kleypases or clay pie that I bought in the used books haul, which will be coming. I filmed it like a month ago, but I feel like I have so many hauls that were filmed. I don't want to be like haul, haul, haul. You know, I don't want to deck the halls. So, yeah, I have that coming. So there are a lot more beautiful historicals. They're kind of hidden there that y'all can see. And I did pick up a good amount of Kleypasi novels. She is really interesting. So if you don't know her, Lisa Kleypas's history, she's like super cool, really interesting woman. All right, I'm gonna go over beauty favorites. So, actually had a bronzer that I was using. Excuse me, my voice is so dry. Fall apart and break. It was the Rimmel London bronzer, and it, like, I dropped it and it shattered to dust inside of my sink. So that was sad. It was a really good match for me. It wasn't orange or anything, but I have loved this bronzer. I only use bronzer in the summertime because I kind of do that artificial tan, not on my skin, but like I make my skin like more bronzed, and I use blush in the summer because I feel like it looks a little more like natural. And I think on my skin I'm pretty fair, and I live in the South, so I don't get like, I could get a lot of sun, but I don't tan or anything. I find that bronzer can look a little funky on me because I get super fair in the winter, so it sort of doesn't work. I do more like a blush or like a bronzery, like a more bronzer blush combo blush in the winter. But in summer I do like bronzer, and I picked up the Milani. This is the Silky Matte bronzing powder, and I got the shade 2, which isn't the lightest. It's, I guess, the second lightest. And this shade is called Sunkissed. Here it is. That's pretty standard color. And to me it does have a slight coconut smell, but it's very light, and I kind of don't mind it. It's kind of like if y'all were kids in the 2000s. Do y'all remember those Barbie dolls that had like the rubber feet? Like, because they were like beach Barbies, and they had rubber feet, and they like smelled of coconut. That's what this smells like. So if you're a Barbie fan in the 2000s, it smells like those beach Barbies. But really been enjoying this. I thought I got the lightest one because it might be that there's like different undertones, but really pretty. I'm not really good at knowing if it's cool tone. To me, it looks neutral cool toned and just really lovely. I've been using, oh, I don't have it. I have a wide angled brush I got from Dollar Tree. That's by Wet n Wild, and I like to apply my bronzer with that lately, and this has been really fun. And then a new item I picked up in the month of May is the e.l.f. Camo Powder Foundation. And I am wearing this today, and it's not like a perfect match, but it's sort of the closest I could find. This is the shade 150C, Fair 150C, so Fair, and then the level is 150, and C is cool tone, which I am not cool toned. I'm on the like neutral to olive / little bit warm side, but everyone has said that the powder foundations from e.l.f. run really warm. So like when I looked at the neutrals, they were super yellow, and I almost bought 120 in, and it looked maybe a little bit too light, and I've been trying to do more of a slightly deeper tone because I am so fair I can look a little ghostly. And with color correcting that I have to do in my under eyes, sometimes when you color correct but you're so fair and you put that fair powder on top, the discoloration can kind of shadow through. You don't see it too much now, but sometimes I find on my skin that I can still have that gray undercast on my under eyes and other places, you know, wherever. And yeah, so I try to do, maybe I've been working on trying to do a little deeper if I can. So I picked up 150C. And you can see it's not necessarily pinky. It is a little more of a pinky neutral. It almost looks slightly golden in my opinion, but it's really hard to see. And I actually opened up the boxes and looked at the colors just to be sure. And I'll do a swatch here. I can do this. It is really creamy. Like, it's almost like creamy. So here's it swatched. I'll just put some on my hand. And you can see it on my skin. So you can see it's not like a perfect match. But like you can see my hands not really cool toned. It's really neutral. And you can see it's not too pink. So if you're a neutral skin tone person and pink undertones really don't work for you, like I say this is okay. For reference, my best color matches for me are MAC NC15 and then the Revlon Color Stay. I've worn the matte version and the dewy or natural satin finish version. And like the pump, the Color Stay, Revlon Color Stay pump foundation, and I wear 150 buff. And I think in some other of their lines it's considered 125 buff, but the one I use is 150 buff. That's a really good match for me. And the MAC NC15 is really good as well. So these have been my two favorite cosmetic items. And then skincare items, I have two that I've really liked. This was bought on a whim from Amazon. It's the, I guess it would be pronounced Natrium Niacinamide Serum 12% plus zinc 2%. Niacinamide 12%, zinc PCA, I don't know what that is, 2%, hyaluronic acid, and vitamin E. This is 1 fluid ounce, and I believe I got it for $14.99, so with tax and all, a little under $16. But what I really like about this compared to The Ordinary or Good Molecules is it has this pump, and you can pump it out and it gives you one serving or whatever. And I find that I think this is going to last me longer than the ones from The Ordinary or Good Molecules, which are my favorite, and they're about each $6. But because those are the like you have that little, like, I don't know what you call it, like a nipple thing or squeezy thing, you squeeze it up and it goes up the little syringe. I never know how much to actually use, if you're used to use like 3 drops, the whole vial, half a vial. Doesn't really say. So I feel like with this having a perfectly portioned pump size that comes out the same every time, I'm gonna have this last a little bit longer than my $6 ones, which I felt like I was going through pretty fast. This I've used for 2, maybe 3 weeks, and it still feels full. And it's like a metal can, not like hairspray, kind of sturdier and just really nice. I will say that the zinc does sting my skin a little bit. I do have slightly sensitive skin, especially after I've done my like washing my face and stuff in the morning. My skin doesn't necessarily like to be like exfoliated, but I sort of have to with my skin. So this can kind of irritate, but it's not bad at all. It kind of invigorates me and wakes me up. It's just like, whoa, a little warm, not warm, but I just find with zinc I'm a little sensitive to it. I think some other people are, especially zinc sunscreens. If you are familiar with sunscreens that haven't been formulated, but like from the mid 2000s, I know the ones my grandma liked, I think they had zinc in it. Was kind of like a almost like if you were putting like pepper on your skin. It wasn't like unpleasant, but it was like a little, you know, whatever, invigorating. Another skincare item I've liked that I've sadly had to use at 30 years old is the Neutrogena Rapid Clear Stubborn Acne Spot Gel. This is the maximum strength benzoyl peroxide acne medicine, reduces size and redness in just 2 hours. So this I've really enjoyed. Kind of covering up, I have a pimple like right here. Pretty sure I got it from my mask. When I'm in large crowds, I always try to wear my mask and stuff. But I've been putting this on. It just has this little tube. You just squirt it out, and it's a thick paste consistency. And I just put it on the pimples, and I go to bed. It dries really quickly. I actually had extra, and I just sort of wiped it on like my chest or something, just to not have to like wash my hands again, and just like boop, put it there. And the skin was pretty dry there in the morning, so it does sort of dry out the skin where it needs to go. But I've liked this. I also do like to use toothpaste on my pimples. I know some people really can't do that, but it's always been effective for me. But I found that toothpaste takes a really long time to dry, especially when you need to have like a sort of a thick buildup of the toothpaste. Like with this pimple over here, it was sort of wasn't cystic, but it was just really like a deep yucky pimple over here. And yeah, I just been putting this on where they are, and it's been really nice. And I can kind of just wait maybe 3 minutes, and it dries down, and I'm perfectly fine to go to sleep. You know, it doesn't get in my hair, it doesn't stain my pillow or anything, or bleach my pillow, so I've been thankful about that. So this is the Neutrogena Rapid Clear Stubborn Acne Spot Gel. I bought this on Amazon. I believe it's $10 or something like that. It's 1 ounce, and I use as much as I need for each pimple size. I have one pimple randomly down here. It's hard to see, but yeah, I've just been doing that, and I've liked it. So I kind of trust Neutrogena with pimple stuff. I don't know. I feel like they're sort of the best drugstore pimple brand, in my opinion. I had a friend that used the Proactive, and their skin was not good. It was really dry and flaky, so I never asked for that. And I've been lucky where I don't get that many pimples. It's more so since masks and all that I've had pimples flare up. If I ever did get pimples, it would be like, the most I'd ever have at once would be like 3 at a time, and they'd be like one here, and one here. It was never like full-blown acne, which I'm really thankful for. My grandmother never had a pimple in her life. I don't think either one did. And my mom had some acne. I don't know if my dad, I think, did too, but I've been lucky. So I'm really thankful that I never had heavy acne. I have family members that have like a lot of like acne scarring, which is unfortunate, and I'm just real thankful that I've only had a few every now and again. So yeah, that was sort of a long ramble, but these things with the Jersey Mike sandwiches and Better Off Red's True Crime videos, these have been my favorites from the month of May. Don't forget to like, subscribe, as well as comment, and let me know what was some of your favorite things from the month of May. What was your favorite book from the month of May, and what was your favorite TV show or YouTube show other than mine from the month of May? Let me know in the comments below. I hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all soon for another video. Bye everyone.